and she'd be doing the accent. She can't really do the accent. And
We know.
Like,
if you watched the video, you could tell.
yeah, and I was like, no, you got to make it more Chinese.
15. Now that's a thinking number.
Yeah, I've been trying to gauge how fast your mouth is as well because it's a speed thing.
Hey, yo.
What do you mean by that?
Because
Welcome back to Critical Banter, the podcast that brings the Friday drinks chat to you. This week's episode, we've got a special one. We're playing Bullslut and we're doing Mythbusters. But for that, throughout the week, we got me and Miguel, we have Senny.
Yo.
And on the other couch, my God, do we have an amazing guest today. We have
Huge guest.
We have a TikToker.
Wow.
We have a competitive eater.
Wow.
Most importantly, we have an engineering student from the University of New South Wales. We have Prince Poo Poo Winner. How you going, mate?
I'm good. Thank you for having me, guys. Great introduction. I really like, you hit everything, man. That's
Exactly.
amazing.
Now we're going to spend an hour talking about engineering. No. All right. The question we ask all our guests, Winner, what is your rarest moment?
Rarest moment. Okay. I'll start with the saucy story. Probably when I shot myself.
Sorry?
So I shot myself.
When?
So
Why?
off the back of the pro eating thing, I'll show you a photo. But
Hang
basically,
on. A photo of what?
no. This is look. I actually don't tell many stories. Many people this story in particular. But I feel like you guys, we're boys now, and I want to tell you this story.
All
Here we
right,
go.
give
Here
it
we
to
go.
us.
Okay, so basically, let's show you guys. So basically, this is the lowest moment of my life, straight up. So I had 44 bowls of noodles.
Throwback to at Bangkok's boat noodle challenge.
Scroll to the right. So I made $3,000 off an eating challenge. And at this point, I was new to competitive eating. And I had, like 40 bowls of noodles.
So you ate 40 bowls of these, like, what even is these noodles? They're
Describe
not,
it.
It's not like small bowls of like udon noodles. It's
They're
like,
massive bowls,
Yeah.
dude.
Oh, they're not that big, but they're like, it's like Thai boat noodles. Maybe you've never had it. They're quite nice. It's like, just some noodles. And
is there like meat? It looks like there's meat and stuff on it. Is there?
Yeah, there's pork crackling and fried garlic. And is there seafood as well in there, or is it just pork crackling?
It's just random shit.
There's just a
Meatballs.
lot of shit in this bowl.
Yes, and also the broth there's some pork blood in the broth. That's why it's dark.
Play on.
Pig's blood.
Yes,
Wow.
yes. So it's quite high iron, quite a lot of noodles went in me. And I made $3,000. So I was like a young kid. I was really G'd up. And then that night, actually, you guys would like this story. It was a UNSW roundhouse party.
Beautiful.
Toga
And then-
party? No.
No, it was a Halloween party.
Yeah, play
Oh,
on.
yeah.
And so I made $3,000, and then I was super G'd up. And then I do this thing where I just buy a flask of vodka, and I always just stack it. And like Harold would know this, but like I always just drink straight vodka. And I didn't get let into the roundhouse. And then I jumped the fence into the roundhouse. And mind you, there's 40 bowls of noodles in me. Anyway, long story short, skip the party. So I'm dressed in a ninja outfit that night, Halloween. So I've got like a balaclava on. I'm wearing a turtleneck and just some pants. And then I have like vodka and I black out. Right? I black out, probably like 9 o'clock, I black out. And I wake up and I'm like, why am I cold? Touching everywhere. And it's just like bark. I'm like, I'm in like the bush. And I look around and I'm on main walkway, UNSW, and I'm shivering. And I look down and my pants are down to my ankles. My undies are down to my ankles.
What?
And there is shit everywhere.
What the
There is like liquid shit
Oh.
everywhere. And I swear, like, because I ate so much, I was in this position, bro. And I was like, what the fuck? like, what the fuck, bro? I nearly cried. I was like, what the fuck happened? Like,
You nearly, bro, I would have been bawling my eyes out if
Bro.
that was you.
So blacked out, you shit yourself on the main walkway.
yeah, the story gets worse. And there's shit
How?
everywhere.
Can it?
There's shit everywhere. And I'm like, oh shit, I got to sack the pants. I'm like drunk as fuck. I take the pants off. And I'm like, so imagine me in the turtleneck, yeah? And I lost my phone. Couldn't find my phone. So I'm walking around with the turtleneck stretched down past my leg. Look like I'm in a dress. I look like a tranny. And there's shit all over my legs, like liquid shit. And then I can't find my phone. So I go to some construction workers at night.
Yeah.
And it's like the Sydney Light Rail was on construction
Oh,
at the time.
yeah.
And there's boys jackhammering. And I walk up to them, like holding I look like I'm in a dress, shit on my legs. And I remember like it was yesterday, bro. I look at these boys and I go, excuse me, can someone call my phone? Like full desperation.
Jesus.
And then the boys see me, they start pissing
I was going to
themselves.
say, they would have bullied you, mate.
They start pissing themselves and they called the other boys and there were just like 5 boys laughing at me. And I'm begging
That's
them.
horrible.
Horrible. And then one of them called, and then I went and got the phone. I called myself an Uber, and I remember getting into the Uber. I could smell my own shit in the Uber. I make eye contact with the Uber driver, and he gunned it home. It's the fastest Uber ride I've ever had from UNSW to my house.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Was there anyone with you that night?
Oh yeah, a few boys were with me. And
Yeah.
then
Where did they go? They just left you.
Bro, when I'm drunk, I do this thing where I'm like, don't look after me, like you boys have fun. Yeah, I convinced them to leave me, and they were like, fuck, didn't think you'd shit yourself after leaving you. Yeah.
That's
So
mental.
that is my rarest moment. That is
Yeah. Have you ever
that's peak.
gotten to that level ever since, or is that like just a one-off? You just was it mostly the food? You reckon? Yeah, it has to be, right?
Yeah, the food and the vodka, I don't know. Yeah. Oh. That's the worst, man. I don't think it's worse.
Yeah,
There's
I
definitely
mean-
other saucy stories, but I can't think of it right now.
Saucy stories.
Yeah.
Play on. We touched on it. You've got a history of competitive eating. How did that all start? How did you get into competitive eating?
Yeah, so basically, I was a fat kid. I was really fat.
Preach,
I grew up-
same brother.
Oh, really?
Still fat now, but play on.
Yeah, I was in a Thai restaurant. So that was like my family business.
Yeah.
So I'd be eating heaps of food. I was really fat. And then I lost weight, but then my stomach was still there. And I discovered it I was walking in the city, and there was a sushi train competition. And it was like, win flights to Japan, whoever can eat the most plates of sushi. So me and the boys go, and then it's like an all you can eat. And I'm stacking up plates. I just lost in the food. And like 10 minutes in, I look around. I've had like, at this point, I think it was like 57 plates. It was like stacked up, and I look around, and there's like only like a minute left, and everyone's done like 10 plates, 15 plates.
Comfortable.
And they're doing these ones. They're like, full buckled.
Yeah.
And then, bro, I won the flights to Japan, and I just realized something's wrong with me. Yeah, so I just went to Japan. I was like, fuck, I can actually eat heaps. And then that's how it started.
You did 57.
I actually think it was more.
Holy
I think-
shit.
Bro, I went sushi train the other day. I had like 10, and I was already like 10 between me and my partner, and we were kind of like, damn, bro.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I need to check the photos, but it was definitely 50.
What does a restaurant get out of this?
Yeah, that was a weird.
They give you free. Was it free?
No, you had to pay, I assume, to enter.
Oh, yeah, it was like $20 though.
So 20. So you got 57 plates for $20.
Yeah, they do it for
essentially.
like a publicity thing. It's like a marketing thing, like a big competition.
Yeah.
To be honest, from a business standpoint, I don't think it's worth it. I've done a lot of comps.
The fact that you were able to just walk in and enter shows
Yeah.
you it wasn't big of a publicity stunt.
Yeah, there's heaps. Sushi Hub's done it. I've done a Sushi Hub one.
Yeah.
Heaps of restaurants do it. Unless it's real big and it goes viral, I don't think there's much of a return on investment to make that much food, to be honest.
Fair.
And-
Yeah.
So how many events have you done? Or like competitions have you done now?
Oh, bro, like I reckon like 100 plus, man. I used to do it a lot. This was like during uni.
Yeah, yeah.
And for like a few years of my life, I would just be pumping comps every week. I'd go to do challenges. I did like a food tour in America.
Yeah.
So Joel Hanson's like a big creator on YouTube. I did like Seattle. I was living in Vancouver, and I just traveled. And in America, people like love fat shit, right? They love.
You don't need to tell us that, bro. I think everyone on this planet knows they love
Yeah,
it.
they love it. So the food costs would pay like $1,000, $2,000 each. And me and the boys would just be pumping these comps, making $1,000 every restaurant, do like 2 restaurants a day. And we just pump it. We'd just drive city to city. We're driving in like one of those fucking Dodge Challenges.
Oh, yeah,
It's the
yeah,
most
yeah.
American shit I've ever done. And then, just cleaning up, bro.
Yeah.
Stacking up Benjamins, mate.
So how do you
The Benjis, brother.
So wait, how do you prepare for these? And then how the hell do you stay so lean after?
Yeah. I'll share like the dark side of it.
Give us
I'll share the dark side. But in terms of training, basically your stomach is like a muscle. It's a balloon. It stretches and it shrinks. Like same logic as girls who do fasting. So they shrink their stomach. And in terms of training, so you got to obviously eat a lot of food leading up to comps and keep your stomach malleable.
Yep.
And then what the pros do is they do this thing called water stretching. And this is where it gets interesting because when I first started, I thought you just scull water and I could drink 8 to 9 liters in one go. And
So in one sitting, 9 liters of water.
yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
fuck. How long were you pissing for, bro?
Well, this is where it's fucked. I thought I just drink it,
Yeah.
and just cop it, and I was doing it. And the first times I was doing it, I would get so lightheaded, bro.
Yeah.
Like I would feel sick, and it feels
Yeah.
like when you like smoke weed and then you drink as well.
Yeah.
It was that feeling. And then I was new to it, and the boys called me and said, "How's your stretching going?" And I'm like, "I feel sick, bro." They're like, "You dumb supposed to spew the water back out because you
Oh.
can actually drown. Like you can actually like, I don't know, something about your brain. And I could literally feel this pressure in my brain all the time. And yeah, so what you're supposed
Also, it's dangerous to like drink that much water.
apparently, I didn't know either.
You can drown.
Yeah, I didn't
What
know.
do you mean
You can internally drown. Too much
I
water.
didn't know. What's the mechanics?
I don't know the mechanics, but I've heard this. You know, so when you start drinking a lot of water, people, it's too dangerous now. You can't drink too much.
Yeah.
Sometimes because you don't have salts in your body, so your body doesn't absorb it.
Yes.
So right now he's got just water in his body. Whereas normally if you drink water, let's say you eat a meal, you have salt there, you drink some electrolytes, your body can now absorb it because the salt brings it to whatever organs.
Gotcha.
But now he's just got water running through his brain, dude.
I think it's that. I think
Megamind type shit. All the water's in his
Bro,
head.
the feeling, I'm telling you, it's the worst feeling ever. Like, I did it so many times, and you just feel you have to sit down. Like, I feel like I'm gonna faint. But yeah, you're supposed to do that, and you drink as much water as you can, and then you vomit it out. And then
How many sets of that do you do?
How many sets of
I
that do
did
you do?
2 sets a day leading up to comps. Yeah,
So wait, 8 liters each time?
yeah. I mean, during the peak, I'm shit now, but during the peak, I could have I had a 17-pound fur in Seattle, which is like what?
That's 8.5 kilos or 8 kilos, some give or take.
Yeah, so imagine 8 kilos of food. You jump on a fucking scale and you're 8 kilos heavier. Like it was. There's a video on YouTube. I can send it to you on Joel Hansen's account, and I beat all of them. Joel Hansen's I think he was 8th in the world at that time, and I beat him. Legit this big, all that food in you, it's the worst feeling, bro. And I'll lead into why I quit. But yeah, during that trip, I saw the dark side of the sport, and I mean the water stretching is part of it. Like it is not healthy. And at that point, I was doing engineering, and I was like, "Fuck, you guys do this for a living. I have a fucking life."
Yeah.
I've got a
Not
shoot
gonna-
to get to tomorrow, mate.
Literally. Yeah.
So you eat all that. How do you say lean then? Because I've seen a lot of competitive eaters. Let's say Matt Stoney, for example.
Yeah.
He eats probably the same or more, and he's lean. He's not fat.
Yeah, I don't want to get too nerdy about it, but I think your body you got to look at calories as a weekly thing. Like say if I do 5,000 calories in a day, I'll just offset it through the week. But sometimes I'll even do a fast. I'll do a 24-hour fast, even the 2-day fast I've done before, but I don't really like doing that anymore. And then you just bounce it out, man. And then I don't do them that often. But if I did comps every day, I would be fat, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer that your body's just a calculator, man.
Yeah.
It's in and out.
Because we did our wing boy thing where we, all three of us here actually tried to eat so many wings.
Yeah.
I know the next day I kind of didn't eat.
Bro,
I felt
exactly.
like shit.
I didn't eat for
Relax, you
24
guys had 30 each. I had 70.
I'm an untrained civilian, mate. You're what is it, ranked
Fucking
6 in
relax.
Australia? Or head on the walls type shit.
Before we get, how do you get ranked in competitive eating, bro? And are there sweats out there?
Yeah, there's a sanctioned event. So you do a challenge, you film a video. They don't care about that. There's official events.
Yeah.
Where you go to and there's a ref. There's a guy named Billy and he runs the whole.
There's one ref, Billy.
Yeah, and he wears a stripy thing.
Oh yeah.
It's winner's coming 6th right now and is up against the 3rd. And if you beat them, bro, it's a full number system. It's like the EPL or some shit. If you do a capacity one, you beat old mate. But the old mate beats you in a speed challenge, you get this many points, and there's a full ranking.
Also, there's an actual system to how they work this all out.
I think so. I don't know how it works,
Crazy.
but yeah.
So
Yeah.
what was your highest ranking at your peak?
Before James Webby came on, so James Webby is a very close friend of ours.
Yeah, I mean, speak of, he's also jacked as well, right?
Yeah.
His jaw's pretty jacked as well.
Yeah, honestly, it's interesting. The science behind it is fat people, you've got a layer of fat around your waist and you can't stretch your stomach as much. So the lean people are actually better at competitive eating.
That's crazy. I've
yeah.
never thought about that.
Yeah.
But it makes sense when you describe what you just said. That does make sense.
Yeah.
There's more to it than just being a little pig that likes to eat, man.
Yeah.
And
I
interesting.
should tell the dark side story.
Yeah, please.
All right. The dark side of competitive eating is, I won't name who, but when I was doing a massive food tour, I just had this enormous burger. I forgot. It was probably 4 kilos of food in me.
Yep.
And I was in America. And then this guy is a pro. He says, "Oh, Winna, I got to show you something. This is what the real pros do.
The veterans.
It's just like bodybuilding. The top 10, they do steroids. This is the equivalent in this sport." Takes me to a laneway and we're in the ghetto, the hoods. And then I'm in the laneway and he pulls out 2 bottles of 2-liter sodas. Okay. American
Yeah.
Walmart shit. And he goes, "Winna, scull these and don't burp." And I got 4 kilos of food in me and I scull them. and it's just all this gas building up in my stomach. And I'm like, this is fucking, it hurts so much, man. And the guy said, you don't burp, now dance around. And he grabs me, starts shaking me and shit. And I'm like jumping around, all this gas in my stomach with the food. And then he goes, now lean over. And he grabs me, he leans me down. And all the gas, bro, it bubbled and bubbled. And I just projectile vomit into the fucking bushes like Squirtle.
Damn, bro.
Full water blast, bro. Like
Everything.
Like it was probably like 2-3 projectiles. And it was like, and it was just like,
Like a
Because
fire
there's like
hydrant.
4 kilos of food, 2 liters of fucking soda, bro.
So
That's
you just-
so much.
You just tacky it all out.
oh yeah, it was a tacky. And then I was like, there is no way you can't do this all the time. And they said, yep, every comp. And then this is when I quit competitive eating, bro. So I did that. We go to the next restaurant, would eat, and I always stomached it. Like I pride myself in like, I don't know, I feel like it's cringe. Like you just ate all this food
And you just
fucking
go-
own it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why it's cool. Because you can digest it all. And then they're just eating and vomiting, eating and vomiting. And then the next time I did it, I started bleeding out my nose with all the gas and pressure building up in my stomach. And I
Yeah.
was just like, this is cringe, bro.
It's not worth it.
Dude,
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
That can't be healthy for your stomach to be constantly eating and then just throwing it up straight away.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to like call out the sport or anything, but you think about it like think about the comps they do, like, I don't know, like 50, 70 hot dogs in your stomach. No human, I don't care how,
Yeah.
no human can digest that.
No.
And yeah, it just makes sense.
Jesus.
It makes sense. And see Matt Stoney, like when he's doing like whatever, a whole bowl of Skittles, bro, that's poison. There's no way he'd be alive if he stomached all of those.
Yeah,
those
that makes.
food
I mean,
challenges.
Yeah, if you take a step back and think about
think
it,
about
yeah.
it does make sense. It
yeah.
does. But I get- yeah, I just thought like you guys, well, not you, but I thought like, yeah, the people who do it, like just like you said, they just stomach it.
Yeah.
I thought you guys are just built different, to be honest.
I try and stomach most. I definitely have stomached most, but there will be moments, certain foods, such as like I've done a milkshake challenge. It was like 5 milkshakes and there were like ice cream and cakes and all that shit. And sometimes different certain foods, just your body genuinely rejects it, man. Like
Lactose, like.
yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
it was, yeah. And then I went to the bathroom and I didn't want to vomit because I'm like, no, I don't vomit. I'm a fucking sick cunt. I don't vomit. And then it just came out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it depends on the food as well.
Bro, it's like magic. When you lift the hood, it
Yeah,
ruins
it ruins the image.
It's not as cool.
Yeah.
What was the best, before we leave the competitive, what was the best competition you won, you reckon?
Best competition. I mean, I'm more like on the prize side. I've won tickets to Japan, tickets to Vietnam, won 3-4 grand. Yeah, that's about it. I think the cash is crazy. Like,
Yeah.
just the feeling like you walk into a store. Or Parramatta. Cabramatta, sorry. There's like a fur challenge, man versus fur.
Yeah.
And like, it was a 3 kilo fur. And I had it in like less than 2 minutes. And I just pumped it.
Huh?
How?
Yeah. And I got a check, like $2,000 check.
You just
3
stole it or
kilos
something,
in
or-
2 minutes.
Yeah, I'll send you the video after. Just pumped it, and then like it was so cute because it was like Cabramatta and he's the Vietnamese, like you know, it's an RSL too, so
Yeah.
they're all on the pokies and shit, like the old grannies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I won it. And they're like, wow, like oh my god. And then they printed my face onto the walls and shit of the restaurant. And the following year, the Man vs. Fur Challenge, I came back. And there's just like heaps of old grannies and shit waiting for me to get there. Yeah,
You're the hero, bro.
yeah, there's photos of me on the wall holding like the fur. And then, yeah, pumped it again. And yeah, that was super cute. That was like, I don't know.
Well,
I love
yeah,
that
dude,
one.
we went to go do the Wing Boy challenge with this guy. We rock up, we sit down, and you turn around and you point, you tap me on the shoulder and you point, and I look at the wall. This guy's got a photo of himself up on the wall, bro. That's one of the most menacing things I've seen in my
We're
life.
doomed, bro.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, I actually used to be like good at competitive eating, but now like James Webby can eat double to triple me. Double to triple.
I've seen some of his videos. He's a serious,
Yeah.
serious competitor.
It's
Machine,
impressive. It's very
machine.
impressive, I have to say.
Yeah, there's levels to it. And you never know. You guys might be pro. Actually, no.
No, there's
You
no
guys aren't.
chance.
You've
There's no
seen it.
chance.
If you
I
haven't
forgot.
seen it, look at our Instagram. We challenged Winner to some wins.
You guys suck, man. I forgot.
Wait, Sen, who won
Yeah, that's
that
right.
challenge?
I can't even be proud of it. It was 2v1.
Was it us two versus?
It was 2v1 and we just won. That is so embarrassing for us.
The video you made, it wasn't very clear too that it was 2v1. Like
You reckon?
Yeah, it wasn't clear enough, man. You should have done a wing counter.
I can take that up with post-production, man. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
post-production fucked it, man.
All right, so we know you're a competitive eater, but we also said you're a man of many talents. Your TikTok viral. Firstly, where does the name Prince Poo Poo come from?
Prince Poo Poo Winner.
Prince Poo Poo. Yeah, I need to change that. It was just like, bro, I started TikTok for the lols, man. And it was just like shit posting.
Yeah,
And it
yeah.
was like, oh, Prince Poo Poo. But the reason I started was because my close friend, Jamie Zoo.
Yep.
So I used to watch his videos growing up. And then just like randomly had mutuals and we were hanging out. And I was just seeing the brand deals he was getting, man. And then I was sort of like thinking like, because I've always made videos as a kid. I used to love making videos with like my sister at home, do funny stuff on iMovie. And I was watching Jamie's videos and I was seeing the brand deals he was getting. And I was like, fuck, I could do this too, man. And then that's when I started posting. And I think naturally, maybe you guys can relate to this. Like in terms of content, unless you get a first big hit, it's hard to like have the heart to continue, right? It's a bit cringe in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, what is this guy doing? Like, you're thinking your mates probably see your videos thinking like, what a try hard sort of thing.
Yeah,
but once you get a first like big video, you're like, fuck it, like I'm on.
Yeah.
And then I got on through a pizza video that I did. So I did like a 5-meter pizza, just took a video of it, went to 5 million views. And I was like, damn, like this is fun. And I got this in the bag. And then I've just been like obsessed with it, bro. I don't know why. Like after work, I'd clock off, make videos. I posted like 4,000 videos in a year and a half on separate accounts.
That's prolific, dude. That's a year and a half. That's almost like 8 a day almost.
Bro, I was pumping it, all sorts of videos, just trying to go viral. And I was like addicted to that high. But yeah, people see my account and think, oh, when I post anything, it goes off. But bro, I've posted so many videos to understand the mechanics of it. And it's very hard. You guys can relate. It's hard as fuck going viral. And right now, every dog is posting content. You're a personal trainer. You want to push your brand. You're a half hot girl. You want to get famous.
Half hot girl.
Like everyone is posting content.
So what were you posting in the beginning?
Right. In the beginning,
What are these shit posts you put out into the world?
I would do this thing where I walk around, say I see this Prime, I would film it and I'd do like a question going, what ingredients are in Prime? And then I would screen record my browser and I go to the search bar to type it in. And then the existing recent search would be
It would be like
hentai, Shrek porn. And then
Good stuff.
and it would go off. And I did like 5 of them a day.
Really? So you
Yeah.
just pump them out just...
Yeah, I did those. And then, but I've done everything, man. And then I started doing, I worked out that pranks go off because humans through the screen, they love seeing like shit they wouldn't experience. And like pranks was big, but then pranks was tricky because the prank wave has died, in my opinion. Like back in the day, Vitality would do streaking, people would throw milk and shit.
that was the peak prank era,
And it was about like who can be more fucked up.
Yeah.
But now that doesn't go off. It's more about who's like more clever with their pranks.
Yeah.
And then, I just tried a few pranks. I did real ones and then I worked out what worked and then I would just start scripting them, bro. And I was just like worked out exactly what emotional experience the video has to put on the audience. And I would just milk these new pranks I'd come up with. And then I just really understood like the mechanics. Maybe my engineering side's coming in, but like the metrics you need to hit to go viral, the full watch time, what makes people share and like, what triggers comments.
Is that the juice to going viral? Is that the secret?
Yeah. What's the secret?
If we want to divulge industry secrets here.
Yeah, I mean, right now I'm freelancing like growth for a lot of brands, so I do have secrets, you could say. I'll plug my course, Explosively Viral with Winna.
Plug it, mate. Plug it.
Link
Follow
is in
that
the
page.
description.
Man, $2,000 per head, man.
Okay, enough plugging.
Okay, sorry.
No. You can do that at the end, but tell us the secret.
Yeah, no, I'm
Tell us the secrets we should be paying for.
straight up, I don't know if I like sharing the secret anymore because I want to do coaching and I enjoy coaching because I want to see people win as well. But in terms of the secret, I'll give you a high level secret of what I guess I've learned. You're in marketing, you get this. TikTok makes money from ad spend from companies and TikTok does not want you to leave Instagram, to go to Snapchat, to go to Meta. So the only way you can get views on the platform is if you hold attention. Now you got to think about it, right? If you post a video of your fucking, I don't know, a dog and people watch 2 seconds of it and scroll, that video is a risk to TikTok not making money.
Yeah.
Right. So every video, the foundation is it must hold attention. Right. Now, back in the day, before everyone had started posting content, you post a 10-second clip of you dancing, you get the full watch time metric.
Yeah.
But now, because of how much content there is, the videos that go viral are the videos that are 45 seconds long to a minute 30 and longer, and people watch the whole thing, right? And when you post a video, you guys know this, you can watch it, you post it, bang, 100 views, 200 views. It grows, and then it reaches a ceiling and it stops, right? So you got to understand the mechanics of it is TikTok is a machine. There's not a person there going, should I let this person go viral? It's not. It's a fucking machine designed to hold attention, pushing videos towards people. If you're into cats, you'll see more cat videos. If you're into whatever, it's profiled to you as well. So that video, when you post it, it's quantized. It's shown to 100 people first, and it's tested. You know this. 90% watch metric, who hit 100% watch. If you pass the quotas for full watch time, likes, shares, comments,
pushes out to the next
group for free. And if you can get 500 people when you pass the testing again, 10,000 people, 1 million people, 20 mil, 100 mil, whatever. And yeah, that's basically it. And I sort of just calibrated what holds attention in my niche. And then that is honestly the secret, but there's tricks to it. I could rant for like 5 hours on this.
But we'll put it behind a paywall.
Yeah.
We want you to keep
for $2,000. You can get all the tricks in the trade.
Honestly, we don't want to.
If you want the secrets, go explosively viral winner. I got room for one more client, $5,000 retainer a month. Troll aside, I actually do think I understand TikTok better than people think. But I actually think I've full worked it out.
Quick one. Yeah. TikTok and Instagram algorithm, same thing, so same principles?
Similar, slightly different. Instagram, you know how, say, if you have 100,000 followers on TikTok?
Yeah.
That first testing batch we were talking about, the testing batch on TikTok is proportionally smaller than Instagram. Okay. So, for example, I have 1.1 million followers. When I post a video, I reckon like 2% see the video.
Yeah.
But it just allows you to see more audiences.
Right.
So my testing batch is bigger than other accounts.
Yeah.
But on Instagram, if you have 1 million followers, a high proportion of your followers will see your video again.
Gotcha. Okay.
TikTok pushes new content more than Instagram does.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
I think that makes sense. What about for YouTube? YouTube Reel or YouTube Shorts, sorry.
No, we're just trying to get business advice now, really.
Yeah, I'm trying to get around paying the $2,000.
I haven't even scaled my YouTube personally, but YouTube Shorts is definitely exciting right now. I think it's like any new platform. They want creators to do well, and you can get some pretty big numbers in Shorts. And same principles.
Yeah.
Shorts is probably towards the TikTok side where they want new people discovering each other all the time. Yeah.
No, makes sense. There's one in particular video that you put up recently that we want to ask about.
It's piqued our interest and piqued a lot of people's interest.
That one did crazy numbers as well, that video. One? It's the one with, how do you describe it, Miguel? I don't even know what to say.
I just want to ask, how did you get that white girl involved in the video to then ruin her career by honestly throwing up some random Asian accent?
Ruin her career?
How'd you get that in?
I reckon it's made her career better. She works in marketing. She's got 40 million views in a series. That's hectic.
Dude.
What was the name of the series again? It was
White Girls and Asians.
All right. So that's the series.
Go check it out.
You need to check it out. Pause the video right here. Prince Poo Poo. Check it out. Bro got some random white girl civilian, not even like a influencer or anything at the time. Just put on this weird half Asian, half American low key
Chinese accent. It's mental.
It does like she's meant to be Chinese, but does a Vietnamese accent.
You know what's funny?
And you know what the funniest? Bro's milked like 4 or 5 parts out of this.
Yeah, because I was looking at your thing earlier today, and I saw you posted 3 more videos with her, and I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah, did you have to convince her to do this? Was she happy to do it?
No, I worked with her at Occupy, so it was a company I was helping with their socials and scaling it up. And she was an marketing intern there. And we were just chilling and we got really close and we were just chilling at the park one day and I said, let's make a video. And it's funny because like we already filmed together, but she can't remember that many words. Like when I script it. Okay, so context is all my videos, I script word for word.
Yeah.
Every single word or for the most part. And I have the camera angles and all that in my head. Like I go manic and I work it out beforehand. I was with her and I craft this video and I said, can you do this? And I'd film her and she'd be doing the accent. She can't really do the accent. And
we know. Like, if you watched the video, you could tell.
Yeah, and I was like, no, you got to make it more Chinese. It was so funny. And then, it popped off. Got like 24 mil. And then...
That's crazy.
And then I started doing a series thing and I continued it.
Yeah.
And I'm filming part 5 tomorrow. And I'm going to do part 6. I'm just going to milk the whole thing.
till the views start going down. You milk it till the cows come.
Has anyone said anything to you about like, bro, she can't be doing this accent?
Her other company messaged her to take down their LinkedIn post together because they didn't want to be associated with it.
Seriously.
Yeah, which is quite funny.
Holy
yeah, but bro, she's the best. Honestly, bro, she's the best. Like, she's super funny. Like, she's funnier than the videos, and was just down for it.
I respect that.
Yeah.
I respect that highly.
Yeah, like
like I said, you're intern for like you're interning somewhere.
Yeah.
And then someone in the company goes, "Hey, I've got this funny idea. Can you put on this Chinese accent for this video?" Are you doing it respectfully?
If I didn't care about that internship, yeah, I probably would.
It's going out to the whole wide web, man. It's not just for fun.
Look, I don't know. I think I have a different stance on it. Like the whole cancel culture thing. I think it's going the other way around right now. But like, everyone has done accents in their life. I'm guaranteed you.
I agree. 100%. Yeah.
And I'm
We'll do one right now.
Okay, go. What are you doing?
No, I was joking. I wanted to bait him to do it.
Yeah. I don't know. And I'm Asian in the video, and obviously it's a skit. And
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
that's
it's
the
an
part.
obvious joke. It's fine, but still, like, to your point.
bro, look at Rush Hour. You know Rush Hour.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Jackie Chan says the N word in
Yeah,
the
that
first
is
one.
true.
And if I posted that now, I guarantee people will be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, and it's like, it's just comedy. And it's like,
It's
is it that
different
deep?
era. Rush Hour was what, 2001 or 2002? Like
Yeah.
back then, that was all allowed. Now you can't.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's why when we saw it, it was so just shocking. I'm like, I thought people can't do this anymore.
Yeah, I'm all for it. Eh? I feel like
Yeah.
I'm Asian. There's no disrespect to Asians at all.
Yeah.
And it's just funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm not afraid to, I guess, push that. I think, white and ethnic, fair enough. But ethnic on ethnic, especially, we're all boys.
So ethnic on ethnic is play on.
Yeah,
allegedly.
it's all boys. It's just like whatever.
All right, we've got a couple more questions. Some deep research has been done here.
Okay.
Apparently, you helped an OnlyFans girl make 500K in 7 days. Is this true? And how'd you manage that?
I've done multiple girls.
What do you mean by that?
So I'm not in the videos. Just context. I'm not in the
Yeah,
videos.
this is also what needs clarification, brother.
But yeah, I've done a few girls now. Like I have a good friend who manages some girls, and basically, I don't know if you guys know this, but OnlyFans girls do not make money from that first subscription. It's actually in the chat. For example, you pay $3 to get in, and the experience of a horny incel who buys these things, they are seeing these photos, and then the girl will always pop up. Girls will pop up, and they actually build a relationship with the guys. So I've been in the back end of the girls I've scaled, and some of them are doing 200, 300K months easy. And there's a girl in LA who's made like 4 mil or something. Shark Bay. She's super cool. And the money comes from the accumulated totals of their chat, which is crazy.
Wait, so how do you make money from a chat?
So you're just talking. So you're just talking. So the girl will be talking to the guy, and then the incel will be like, "Oh, I'll give you X amount, and you send me like your titty pic or something."
It's
like
more
that.
the other way. It's a full sales funnel. So there'll be, I'm not even kidding, it's full teams. The people I've worked with, and all management's the same. They offshore the sexters to the Philippines or even other countries, and there are men behind the camera trained to sext these customers. And it is a sales funnel. You pop up, hey, what you up to? I'm online right now. Whoops, bang. Do you want to see what I'm wearing for $5? Right, $5 done. You pay any customer who buys anything for the first time. It's easier to pay again the second time. $5 what I'm wearing, bit of nipple. $20 if you want to see my boobs with no shirt on. $20 the guy's jacking off, getting hornier and hornier. The key is to your speed. The guy can't come yet. Then you go $100 to see me fingering myself. Bang. $500, I'll say your name and I'll squirt on camera, and it's a full sales funnel. And the worst part of it is in the back end, because I've seen all the conversations. The recurring customers fully believe that they are in a relationship with the girl and they have some special connection, but really it's a dude in the Philippines texting them, right? I've seen chats where the guy pops up and has said things like, "Hey babe, look at me in my New Jersey. I scored 5 goals today." And a man is replying saying, "Oh, you're so good, baby. Congratulations on the 5 goals." And the accumulated total is like 50 grand.
Is wild. So
I have one. Let me get
I've
one.
got like a
One.
million
One.
questions.
How do you not know this? I feel like this is common knowledge.
This is not our realm, brother.
I don't look into OnlyFans girls or
I
anything
thought it
like
was
that.
common knowledge, yeah.
So the journey you've mentioned to me, the user journey you've mentioned to me, right? It gets to a point where, as you said, she'll say his name. Everything before that is at stock, as in like there's one photo that the girl will send to everyone that has paid that $5.
Yes, for the most part, most agencies run that way.
Automated, Senny. It's automated.
Genius.
It's all automated,
Bro.
And I was gonna scale my own girl, right?
What do you mean by that?
So yeah, what's your role in this, or what would have your role been?
So my role for all these girls is I bring in the top
Consultant.
funnel traffic.
okay,
So for example, I've given certain girls like 100,000 followers in a few days.
right.
Because
Okay,
I'll get like 20 mil in my videos.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it's just
gotcha. That
girls
makes
are
sense.
very easy.
So they feature in Prince Poo Poo videos.
Yep.
That gets the visibility, and then it funnels in.
Exactly. It's funnel. It's
The horny blokes watching your videos like, oh, who's the girl in the video?
That
Exactly.
makes sense.
Like
Yeah.
not
Right.
objectifying the women, but they are products, right? And
Yeah.
you want to get eyeballs on it. And hot girls are probably the easiest conversion like e-com product there is, because you see visually when we as men see big ass tits, some girl twerking, we're like, who is this? And then you're in the funnel, bro. You click that at, there's more sexual things.
Yeah.
She's teasing, go to the link.
Yep, yep.
Yeah. And it's a complete experience. And I'm just on the top earlier of the funnel, which is getting the eyeballs in the first
Just
place.
the original. Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
So yeah.
I just didn't know that there would be guys in the Philippines that you're messaging.
I didn't know that, but it actually makes so much
So
sense.
how much are those guys getting paid? Do you know?
Pennies on the dollar, man.
And how do I get that job?
It varies. It varies in terms of like what agency you work with, but for the most part, it's more money than that get working, say, as a virtual assistant at a corporate company.
yeah.
You're fucking billing 200 grand for some chick. These dudes chucking like $1,000 a week in comms, bro. The guys in the Philippines, they're laughing,
Yeah.
you know, and all they're doing is sending nudes, and they get to see nudes. They're probably jacking off too.
Okay, wait. I got one. I mean, many quick, but one more last one. So, like, when you said they get to the 500, all right, I'll moan your name or whatever.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
then what? So then the Philippine guy, let's say Eduardo in Manila's like to the girl, all right, hey, this horny guy wants you to do. So is that how it works? And then she records it, or does he already have these videos ready to go or something?
From the girls I've worked with, it depends. So some girls will have their own little specialty. For example, for the most part, it is that it's bulk. The girl spends 1 day a week filming herself doing stuff, solo play, whatever she's into, and then they bank up that content and send it around.
Yeah.
But then they have the premium products, which is big clients that pay a lot more, and they'll do requests like, I want you to, I don't know, I've had voice memo ones, like I just want to hear your voice saying like, put some panties in your mouth.
Right.
And then he will pay for that experience, and it'll be like, I don't know, $5,000.
Okay,
So then you
yeah.
have to call the girl and be like, hey, old mate wants a special video. Can you go film this today?
Okay.
But for the most part, the girl chills, bro.
Yeah.
1 or 2 days a week, they hire out expensive Airbnbs, look hot, do all the custom videos that were requested that week. And then it's, fully automated system, flawless scale, bro. It is the most.
Yeah,
is
because
great
it's the girl's actually so low touch here.
Yeah.
They just got to film the content a bit.
Some of the videos are pretty high
All
touch.
right, wrong choice of words, but they're not doing too much on the platform.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. They're not doing
We're
too much.
posting every day type vibe.
Okay, let's say total revenue. Let's say a girl 500K, like you said. How much is she actually getting of that?
Well, it depends on the split. Like, say the split I've done, because some agencies just run the chatting, right?
Yeah.
But if you're working with me, I don't really do this anymore.
Yeah.
But if you're working with me, you get the social media scale as well as the management.
Right.
So it really depends what services the agency offers. Some agencies in the States will have awesome events that collab girls will have massive, I don't know, cyber trucks, and they shoot guns at it.
Yeah,
For example, which is a scalable side. So it just depends what the agency is offering. But for the most part, it's 10 to 20% the agency takes. I've worked with girls that have done 50-50. But then I'm not managing. I'm not doing the chat. So I get a cut. Say the 500 grand, I get a cut of that, depending on how much traffic I brought in.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude, this is a lucrative industry.
Crazy. All right, we've got one last question. We've heard you've worked at some of the VIP rooms at the Star.
Yes.
What's some of the biggest wins, some of the biggest losses, and who are the people you've seen?
Yeah, well, give us names.
So I was brought up into the salons at the Star Casino.
Yeah.
And I was during uni days. So engineering in the day, and at night I did
Dude,
everything-
did you go to
everything-
uni, man? It sounds like you were just doing all
He did
these
everything during uni except the courses.
literally. Harold knows, but Harold see me not sleeping and shit. I would be working 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. shifts.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and those hours are the most fucked hours at the cast, because, you know, we go at like 8 p.m., maybe 1 a.m. and it's fun.
Yeah.
Bro, 1 a.m. onwards, it's the guys who are like, I sold my house. Like, I need to win this. Like,
It's the degenerates.
the degenerates. And then in VIP, it's the degenerate VIPs. And oh, fuck it. I'll just say it all. I don't know how much I can say about this, but the Star has 3 private jets.
Okay.
And I'm told to tell the VIP guests in the high roller rooms called salons that there's 1 private jet. And the private jet would go pick up high rollers from China, a lot of Asian guests. Bruno Mars has come. I've seen Bruno Mars. Post Malone has come. And I am dealing in the most high stress environment I've ever been in. There's like security guards. There's multiple cameras on me. And it's no longer chips you see. They become biscuits. 200K minimum, 500K, a million, 2 mil, 5 mil, 10 mil. And they just become giant blocks that you move around. And I got to clean my hands. And I'm dealing to these high rollers.
Brother.
I've had people lose $5 million in like a minute with me. And I would be stressing, bro. I've never seen that kind of money in my life. It'd be staunch looking cunts with like tats and shit.
Yeah.
Really special people. And then a lot of Asians are very superstitious.
Yeah.
So I've had people spit on me. I've had people bring out weird statues and saying, can you rub my thing, monkey or some shit? And I'd rub it for them. And then fortunately for me, when people lose, they often blame the dealer.
Yeah.
It's like an Asian culture thing.
Yeah.
So for me, anytime I lost because I was a dude, these high rollers who just spat on me would just tell the team, like, fuck this guy off. I want a beautiful girl. So I'd be in the salon rooms waiting for guests. I'd deal for like 5 minutes and I'd just be kicking it in these like mad rooms, chandelier, and there'd be lobsters and shit.
Yeah.
And yeah, I saw a lot of things there.
What games were they playing? So what were you dealing in?
I did Baccarat.
Of course, I should have guessed it was Baccarat. Jeez.
Yeah, so in terms of odds, Baccarat is the most fair game in any casino.
Is it almost 50-50 or?
It's 50-50, but there's commissions on Banter, which makes it slightly skewed towards the house.
Yep.
But honestly, like from my experience, I worked there for 2-3 years. Gambling is actually, for the most part, fair, man. But it's the humans, like greed, that kills them.
Yeah.
It's never enough. It's never fucking enough. And I see the same people come back. Like I see the guys who win like $1 million and they're G'd up. And I already know like that's the worst thing that could happen to your life.
Yeah.
You're going to be chasing that win for the rest of your life. And that's why gambling companies make so much money, because it's never enough. And it's that like
It's the psychology of it all. Yeah. It's chasing.
You're always, there's always more that you can get. So like,
I got a funny one.
Yeah, go on.
Funny one. So how pokies started.
Yeah.
So I learned this at the CAS. Pokies started back in the day. You know how there was a slot machine?
Yep.
So they tested it on mice. Okay. They'd have 2 cages, a rat in one, a rat in the other, and there would be a button in one. Every time the rat pressed the button in the first cage, it would get food.
Yeah.
It would press, eat. When it was full, it would stop eating. And in the second cage, they made a button that would feed food inconsistently.
I've read something like this. Yes.
Yes, inconsistently. And what happened is the fucking rat that got food all the time would stop when it's full. The rat that didn't know when it got food pressed the button for his whole life until it died. And that's how they worked out how to do slot machines.
That's mental.
Because you don't know what's coming next.
Yeah,
so you press, dude.
Exactly.
Dude, that's cool.
And then on top of that, so that's the foundation of pokies. You're addicted, right? On top of that, they fake win it. They associate your mind with certain sounds, such as the ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
Bro, if you're doing $2 slaps and you get back $1.50, it plays a winning sound.
Yeah.
You just lost 50 cents, cunt.
Yeah.
And they think like, oh, for hours, bro.
Yeah.
And it's honestly like the most unethical shit I've ever seen, like working at the CAS.
Because they probably spend a lot of their money on psychologists figuring out the psychology of things, not like people building the machines or anything like that. That's how cooked it is, bro.
Yeah. Bro, I'm a firm believer that humans aren't that sophisticated, man. And the people who have worked out certain patterns and they can like manufacture experiences, it's so easy to get fucked by shit like this. Even same as our phones, TikTok.
That's how all big modern companies make all their money, by tapping into the human psychology of everything.
Yeah. The humans are like, even look at
monkey
trauma.
see, monkey do, bro.
Literally. Even the same as like trauma. Like you have, I'm sure you have people in your life like who have been through certain events and they turn out a certain way.
Yeah.
And no matter what era you were born in, if X happens to you, you become this.
Yeah, correct.
We're very like, it's almost like you can kind of forecast like our behaviors. So yeah, these companies make so much money.
On that note,
on that very depressing note, we'll move on to the game.
We'll crack on.
Sorry.
Alrighty, we got a guest. As per usual, we play Bullslut with the guest. Our 2025 leaderboard so far, we only had Ox on 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
He got 3, so we play 5 rounds. He won 3 of the rounds.
Okay.
So you want to try and win 4 rounds to get on top of him. Otherwise, you'll be below him on the leaderboard.
Okay.
So
there's only one person on the leaderboard.
We cleared it at the end of the year.
We had 2024 where we
It was full. Let's not say we only had one person on
season.
forever. It's a new season.
It's a new
Exactly.
season. We
Fair
can't
enough.
compare you to last season's people.
Exactly. It's
Yes,
different
yes,
era.
fair.
Different era, even though it's the
Game's
exact same game, same rules, nothing's changed. We just ran out of space on the board.
Yeah. Fair.
All right, you're gonna take on Miguel.
Okay.
We explained how the game works, but essentially we'll give you some categories, and you're gonna go back and forth and say how many things in that category you can name in 30 seconds. So your first round, you're up against Miguel.
Yeah.
And your category is Asian dishes, so food dishes.
Sounds a bit motivated.
It is a
Senny.
bit racially motivated, but that's
I
fine.
like it, I like
you
it.
both like your food and you're both Asian, so this should be good.
What nashi? Philo?
Filipino, yeah.
I reckon there's more Thai foods than Philo foods.
Man, there's more.
More dishes that are more well known. What's the cutoff? Say if I say some random ass dish.
We both have to know
You
it.
both have to know
Yeah.
it. Okay.
But we both love our Asian
Yeah,
food.
So you can't say some variation of 3 Thai words and be like, oh yeah, that's a
Yeah, I was
that's a
gonna do
pork
that.
belly dish. Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
I think there's more Thai foods that are well known.
But
to
also
Philo
the-
foods.
Chinese food, Japanese food, Korean food, I'll accept all
I'll
of it.
pump you, I reckon.
competitive eater, bro. He'll probably
reckon
eat
I'm
it more than
But
me.
also you have 30 seconds, so how many can you name in those 30
All right, how many can you name?
seconds
You kick us off then in 30 seconds.
I reckon I could do at least 7.
as well? After all, I'll pump you, and then he says 7.
We'll go 10. We'll go 10.
Do 15.
15. Now that's a thinking number.
Yeah, I've been trying to gauge how fast your mouth is as well because it's a speed thing.
Hey, yo.
What do you mean by that?
Because 30
Pause,
seconds
brother.
is quick.
How fast your
How
mouth
fast is your mouth? Are you that?
like
Can
that.
you spit bars? Are you like quick like that?
Nah, I'm not. I'm a slow speaker.
You see?
15. We'll go Bullslut. We'll test him early. you
All
know?
right.
Oh, so me, I need to do 15.
You need to do 15.
So you'll have 30 seconds to name 15 Asian dishes.
Yeah.
Your time starts now.
Nigiri, miso soup, pad thai, pad see ew, tom yum, Penang curry, massaman curry, sticky rice mango, adobo, udon, ramen,
15 seconds.
chicken wings, spring rolls, curry puff, black bean,
Black bean what, sir?
black bean stir fry, massaman curry stir fry, cashew nut chicken stir
Yeah,
fry.
he's
There
done.
you
He's
go.
done. He's done. I want an extra one because bro said chicken
You
wings.
said chicken wings. I wasn't going to accept chicken wings. That can be 29 seconds. A bit harder than you think then.
That was actually stressful.
Bro threw out mango sticky rice.
I thought you had it. Once you started naming all the Thai dishes, I'm like, bro, this.
That was actually fucked.
The best part is he looked me in the eyes and he said adobo.
That was for you.
Was the best part. All right.
Shit.
Okay.
You got the hang of the game, winner?
Okay, this game's hard.
All right. Next one. It's between you and Sen.
Okay.
How many things at a carnival can you name in 30 seconds?
Things that are what?
Carnival, circus, Easter show,
Does the Easter
let's
show
say.
count?
What the fuck? So can I say what can I say? I can say can I say like Luna Park?
the things in the carnival.
in. So things you would do
Then
or
how the
see.
fuck can you say Easter show?
No, as in like
That's
As
a
an
type
example of a carnival.
Oh, so I can say like axe throwing.
yeah,
like,
Yeah. They wouldn't say
Party
too many
bags.
because it's a game, sir.
Yeah, all right. I'll start us off. We'll go 6.
6. I'll be quite lenient on this one as well, boys.
I can do 7.
You can pump the numbers up, Senny.
No, I can do 8.
I think winners are rattled from the first round.
I am rattled. My heart's beating quite fast. I don't know why that stressed me out so much. I can do 9.
Bull slut.
Oh my God, Senny.
9, dude. I couldn't even do 7.
Shit.
All right, winner, you have 30 seconds to name 9 things you can find at a carnival.
Okay.
Your time starts now.
Horse racing, horse jumping,
Horse jumping.
horse throwing,
Yep.
checking out the sheep,
Yep.
the animal show,
Yep.
the fruit show,
Fruit show.
yep,
4.
the party bags,
Yep.
5.
fairy floss,
Yep.
roller coasters,
Yep.
2 more.
water slides,
Keep going, just keep going.
donkey riding,
Fine.
Sure.
yep, and probably corn like on a stick.
Yeah, we'll give you that. We'll give you that.
9.
We'll give you that within 27-ish seconds.
I reckon I could have pushed you one more and I would have won that one.
I reckon
What was the record for the last season? Like, so I know where
4. Someone got
4 on us.
Compare me to the whole sport, please. the whole history of time.
The whole history.
He wants to get on the Mount Rushmore of.
Yeah, so in a 5-round series, the best against us has been 4. So someone beat us 4-1. In terms of in an individual category, someone did 27 in 30 seconds.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to try to hit that.
I think if you get leaderboard, 3 is a good score.
Okay.
Because typically we see like 2s. I think 2s is like
2
average.
to 3, yeah. It's like a par score.
Okay,
so you're doing well.
I want to be like a goat. I want my bob head here.
If you get 5, we'll see if we can get a bob head of you, bro. How about that? Bobblehead.
No.
All right. Your next category, both of you, is websites. How many websites can you name in 30 seconds?
Okay, this is an interesting one because
What is a website, you know?
can I just say a fucking domain that's live? I could just say like dildos.com. Is that a website?
Is that an actual website?
I'm sure it is.
Someone owns a domain.
All right, I'm going to have to be it's a website that it's well known, a well-known website.
Okay, fair. Okay.
We'll go 12.
Oh, shit.
Well, you don't want to look up if dildos.com is actually a thing.
It'll be in your recently searched, Sandy.
It's in my bookmarks.
What?
12 straight away.
12.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
I reckon you get tangled in your mind because you'll be in industries and then you don't know where to navigate and you have pauses.
Sandy, start the time. I don't want to hear all this malarkey from him.
30 seconds to name 12 websites. Your time starts now.
Criticalbanter.com.
That is a website.
Going Spotify.com. We're going Apple. Going Google. Going Yahoo. Microsoft. Bing. Apple. Nike.
You already said Apple, so that's
Nike. Adidas.
That's
Oh,
9.
How many do I need to get?
9, 3 more.
New Balance.
10.
Puma.
Oh,
11.
what the hell? You're just doing brands now.
1 more. No, you got 2 more.
2 more. TikTok.
Yep.
Twitter.
Done.
There you go.
Formerly, now known as X in
How many
26 seconds.
Oh, wow. That's kind of close.
That's because he stopped for about 3 of those seconds, 4 of those seconds to take the piss.
I didn't know. Yeah,
Alright.
true. You just went brands. That's smart.
Anything's a
Good on
website,
you.
brother.
So dildos.com is not actually an active website.
I reckon I would have froze.
You can purchase the domain dildos.com if anyone wants it.
That
Surely
is-
12 was easy, man. You
Is
sure
it actually available?
it's available for purchase if you want. You send in a
You could easily sell that. I'm going to actually text my friend now. I'm not even kidding. I buy and sell websites on the side.
All right, we're going to take a
So
break.
while Winner does a deal on the side.
If anyone wants to buy ecom.com or knees.com, if you're a physio, feel free to reach out. I got knees.
Did you just say knees.com?
You own knees.com.
My mate does, but we're selling it together.
So if
Alright.
Any physios out there? Any surgeons maybe?
knees.com,
Yeah.
what comes up?
I think it's knee.com. I think it's .au as well.
knee.com.au.
Yeah.
This is so if you're at home, Google knee.com.au and what will you find, Senny?
If anyone can find a buyer for knee.com above $5,000, I'll give you half commissions.
Says
That's
domain for sale.
if I fill
So
out
if
this
I
form.
fill out the form, it comes to you.
Look at the bottom. Look at it's powered by knee.
I might put in a request for knee.com.
All right,
All right, 2 more rounds to go. It's
crack on the
2-1
game.
to Winner.
Yep, Sen, winner. Your category is how many musical instruments can you name in 30 seconds? Are you musical, winner? Did your Asian parents put you in a band when you were younger?
No, they didn't force me, but I love playing piano and guitar.
Okay.
You, Senny?
Not a single musical bone in my body.
Ooh.
Well, that's a landscape you're playing with.
I'll go 6,
6.
We're 7.
8.
I'll do 9.
We'll go 10.
Bullslut.
All right.
Oh, Senny.
All right. 10.
Yep.
Surely 1 every 3 seconds.
You'd think so. You have 30 seconds to name 10 musical instruments.
3
Your time
seconds is
starts
short.
now.
Triangle, drums, electric guitar, acoustic guitar, trombone, saxophone, flute, clarinet. What am I
You
on?
need 2 more.
Cello, violin.
There you go, in 10 seconds.
Respect. Straight up respect.
All right.
I don't know about the acoustic to electric guitar situation, but yeah, whatever. I could have done a short trumpet, long trumpet, medium-sized trumpet.
If they're different instruments, they count.
Fucking hell.
All right. Last round. It's 2-all.
You've rattled him,
You
Senny.
guys are back up against
Shit.
each other, and your
Wait, how
last category
How many
is...
rounds are we doing?
Hey?
How many rounds are we doing?
5. This is the
Out of
last
5.
one.
Okay,
It's
okay.
2-all.
Okay.
Winner takes it from here.
Shit.
Winner being ER,
I understand.
not with an A.
We both understand.
All right, your last category is lollies. Types of lollies. How many different types of lollies can you name in 30 seconds? Or candy for our American listeners.
How many candies can I name?
I could do 10.
I could do 12.
I could do 14.
I could do Bullslut.
All right.
Shit.
14 types of lollies in 30 seconds. My
Wait.
phone. Yes.
Okay, don't worry.
All right.
he's got something in his head, bro. I can
All right.
see it already.
14 types of lollies in 30 seconds. Your time starts now.
Gummy bear, gummy snake, gummy Coke,
Yep.
gummy turtle,
Sure.
gummy milky bottle.
Yep.
Yep. Nerds.
Yep.
Kit Kat.
Yep.
M&M's. Mars bar. Cadbury.
Yep.
15 seconds.
Twix.
Yep. 3 more.
10 seconds.
Muesli bars.
Nope.
No.
Oh shit. Jelly beans.
Yep.
Minties. Eclipse.
Yep.
Done.
Yep.
Tic Tac.
There we go.
28.4 seconds.
How did that feel?
Muesli bar.
Bro, what an Uncle Toby's
How did
in
you
there.
end up on muesli bar?
Shit.
It's tough.
This game's fun.
Yeah. Well, you got it. What do you
We
get,
should do a
Sen?
whole show on this game.
We did at our live show. We did a whole 20 minutes on it.
Wow, this game's funny.
Dude, there you go. 3. So you're tied with the Ox show. It's not bad.
Fuck
Three's
this
a
Ox
three's a. Sure, if you want a beef ox.
Who is he?
He does the kebab reviews. Have you seen that guy on
Oh,
TikTok?
he looks sweet. He looks
He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
Very
I
nice
take that
guy.
back. I take that back.
Yeah.
Oh, you're on par with him.
You're on
so
par
there
with
you
him.
go.
Yeah.
Alrighty, final segment for today is Mythbusters. Something we actually haven't mentioned yet. I don't know how we haven't, but you were also on Survivor. You're on season 11 of Survivor. Is that correct? The
yeah,
Titans versus Rebels, I believe, is
Yes. I think it's 9.
season 9. Okay.
Yes. The one that's last year's one.
Start of
before.
last year. So basically almost a year ago from now.
Yes. The one last year. So the one before the one that's live right now.
Yeah, sick.
Yeah.
Nice. And so
How'd you go on Survivor? How did it?
So
Where'd you come? Do you get a final place? Is that what happens?
Yeah, I went to the end game, which is merge. I don't know if you guys watch it, but it's the end game. It starts as 2 tribes.
Yep.
And you play for your team, and then
Yep.
at the end, the tribes combine and
Into
it
one.
becomes- You play challenges for yourself.
Yep.
Yeah, and then I won the first individual immunity challenge.
Lovely.
And then I won that necklace, and I didn't want to win it. But basically, if you win shit in the game, they put a target.
they
on your
come
back.
after you. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I won the first one, came first, and then I got sent home the next day.
Too strong, mate. Too strong of a
Damn.
contestant.
Got a target on your back. But you are, I guess, our reality show expert. And so we have a few statements about reality shows, Survivor in general.
Yep.
And we're going to ask you, are these true or are these false?
Sure.
So the first one we have is the winner of the show is determined before filming even starts. Is that true or is that false?
Okay, it varies a lot from show to show. I've got a lot of friends who have gone on other shows. I know maths people. I know people who went on Fuckboy Island. And I would say Survivor is the least manipulated.
Okay.
Least manipulated, it's definitely a little bit influenced, you
Okay.
could say.
I'm sure they're all influenced to a degree or so.
Yeah. Basically, when I first got, context, I did not apply for the show. They messaged me to go on. Channel
Right.
10 messaged me.
Okay.
Never watched a single episode in my life. I was like, fuck, I get sent to an island, 2 months, don't have my phone, can't talk to my loved ones,
Yeah.
can't even eat food, I'm sleeping on the sand. I'm not going.
Yeah.
So I'm not going. Then I negotiated and they paid me to go on. So,
Yes.
Yeah.
Money talks, brother. Money
Can we
talks.
ask how much they gave you?
it was like 15 grand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
For 2 months.
And I felt bad because no one else got paid.
Really?
Yeah, because I was the only person that said no. And then
Ah.
9,000 people applied for my season. So people die to go on this show, man. People love this show. I'll get messages still to this day saying, how did you get on the show? Like, Survivor fans love the show.
And you didn't even apply.
I didn't apply. But
And you said no when they asked you.
yeah. But to be fair, no disrespect to the show, but I think I was like a diversity hire. Like they wanted every season, there's the black guys, there's an Asian guys. I'm the token Asian.
Yeah.
And I assumed they were struggling to get an Asian that was relevant on board.
Yeah.
And they wanted a TikToker too, probably. I assumed to get a younger audience. And the funniest shit was my intro, right? So I'm on the show now. I haven't flown yet. They messaged me, we got to film your backstory, your intro. Would you like to go to Burwood or Chinatown?
So let me ask the question. Are you from either Burwood or Chinatown?
No, I'm Thai too. I'm half Chinese, but I'm culturally I'm more Thai. And
So
then
they're like, okay, we need a backstory for you to be on the show. They play like your backstory. Do
gets
you want to
worse.
go? We want to film something. Do you want to go to Burwood or Chinatown?
Yes,
and what do you say?
and it gets worse. I say, oh fuck, I'll go Burwood. And they go, okay, cool. Can you bring a few friends? We've got a shot with you holding boba and a scene in the claw machine Million Life.
Like, how many Asian stereotypes can we get?
Because they want people to make sure that they know you're Asian.
Legit.
Now, they don't want anything left to chance. You're Asian.
Legit, this is the Asian. And like the intro was the most Asian shit I've ever seen. Like they got me to skate, which was somewhat cooler, but I was just like Asian. And then when I was, so basically you submit pieces of clothing to be approved for the show. I submit all my clothes and they're like, nope. And then I found this old shirt. It was a sushi shirt. It had sushis on it, bro. And then
Let me guess. That got approved.
they were like, that's the one. That's what we need. They literally said, that's what we need from you, Winner. Any more like that?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah, just get your pad thai shirt, your pad see ew
hilarious.
shirt. Get them all out, mate.
Yeah. And then I like sort of like took the mick out of them when I was on the show. When I played an idol, I was like, Jonathan, the host, asked me, who are you playing it for? And I was like, oh, the sushi boy. Yeah. And then now everyone's like, oh, you're the sushi boy from, you know.
That's crazy. So they asked you to bring some friends. Did you bring like Asian friends as well? Or?
I brought my ex-girlfriend at the time and then my Arab friend, my Iranian
And
friend.
they're like, no. Bring back an Asian.
No, let's get these Chinese people from the street. They're your friends now.
Yeah, it was so funny.
Did you have any say in it? Could you be like, no, I don't want to do this? Or like, no, you just have to do it?
Oh, I just didn't care. I just want to get it done. I was like, yeah, sure. Yeah. I should have planned it more better because I think my energy from the show, I look like some nerdy Asian kid, bro. And even on the show, they edit you. They will make you say things without you realizing. And I've never been on TV. I didn't know it works like that. Like they'll ask you questions and you answer it, but then they frame it as if like you wanted to randomly say it or they rearrange the orders. Stuff like that.
Well, that was the next. So the next statement we had was the producers blatantly edit footage to make you look bad or make you look like you say something different. Is that true?
100%.
Yeah.
For example, on my exit episode, I'm under like the pump. Like everyone wants to get, a few people want to get rid of me. And then the host asks, you know, what are your thoughts on having clarity? And I just said, clarity is blah, blah, blah. And they chopped it up. So it looked like I interrupted someone. And it looked like I just, on my exit episode, I stood up and went, clarity is this.
And Clarity's a person.
Wrong. No, clarity is in like I'm talking about
Like the word
brain.
clarity.
Right.
Yeah. And I just look like this dude interrupting everyone. And
On a
honestly,
soliloquy about clarity.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah. And my whole edit, I just don't have, bro, the legit, like the person who won it, Ferris, said multiple times, we need to get rid of Winner because he could win the fucking show.
Yeah.
And everyone knew, like I was low key. Everyone loved me. I was like, I could have won the show. Like, I don't want to be like the person who didn't win and claiming it. But on my exit episode, I was already planning my final top 3 pitch in my head, man.
Yeah.
Like I was like, I'm looking at everyone. I'm like, I have so many more connections than you. I have mates better than you. I'm protected. You suck at challenges. I was so confident that I could win 500 grand.
Yeah.
And the edit makes me look like the most clueless in the whole show.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And like
That's mental.
never showed any of my relationships, but it makes sense because the shows want you to be attached to the top 3,
Yeah.
right? Reality TV is a whole experience of being attached first half, then wanting this person to win, then get it off.
Yeah.
So whatever, everyone's got their own story. My story wasn't shown because I didn't make it to top 3.
Yeah.
Then Ferris, the other top 3 was shown heaps of. And now being off the show, when I watch Survivor, I can kind of like,
You can already tell.
I can tell who's making it end game by their edit.
So the next statement is producers show favoritism to certain contestants on the show. Is that true or false? Like while you're there, did you feel that they were doing that?
Yeah. I think so. I think it's just humans naturally like.
Sounds like you weren't one of the favorites, brother.
Yeah. I mean, the team liked me actually, but I mean, Survivor's less manipulated, but basically it's, bro, when I got there, right, they blindfold you. The moment my blindfold was taken off, I could not believe the scale of the production, right? Like there's container boxes, there's drones flying, there's headphones. There was 400 crew members flown to Samoa. It is I reckon 100 million operation.
Wow.
So what is 500 grand prize money
True.
got to do to the whole thing? This thing is a business.
Yeah.
Reality TV shows are a business, man. They want an engaging story. It's a movie.
Yeah.
It's essentially a movie.
Yeah.
So, bro, they don't care who wins, who I like this person more. It's all about storytelling and ensuring eyeballs watch the show for the network.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. Next one. So what Were you actually filmed for 24/7?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So it was pretty weird. I'd be sleeping like in the sand and stuff. And one time they were getting B-roll. I was sleeping and the camera guy came so fucking close to my face. I woke up to like the lens basically touching my face. And I was like, what the fuck? And there'll be moments where like I was getting emotional. Because mind you, I'm not eating, bro. I'm not eating. I haven't eaten 4 days. I miss my family. I'm like, why the fuck did I come to this dumb as fuck show?
Yeah.
And there's these camera guys following me all day and I'm like off it. And there'll be moments where I'm like clearly not interested in filming. And they'll just be on you still. I have a funny one actually. So me and Jaden were on the show and this is a bit saucy. Basically there was a storm and there was this Russian model named Valeria and she's like beautiful. And she was really cold that night. So I was like, I was holding her a bit, whatever. I was holding her. And in the morning, I wake up and I'm like, oh shit, there's like heaps of cameras on me. It's like, I don't want this whack ass footage. And I turn back and Jaden's there. And Jaden goes, Winna, don't lie to me. Did you get a boner? And I'm about to answer and some mic boom brings a mic boom into my mouth waiting for my answer, bro. We pissed ourselves. Yeah.
So you couldn't even have like a one-on-one conversation with someone. Like there'd always be someone there, like camera or like recording.
I'd say for 95% of the time, there's visual, there's cameras on you. Microphones, not all the time.
Okay.
But the premise of the show is the meaty part is when you discuss who you're voting off. So during the meaty parts, heaps of cameras, one camera on everyone, microphones on you all the time. But then there's like B-roll time where you're chilling, you're sleeping and swimming, where there's only visuals. Yeah.
What about when you have to go take a shit and stuff like that? What happens there?
There is like a dedicated area.
Okay.
Yeah. So on my season, I'm pretty sure people had sex in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who? No, don't name names. But how? You know what? Name names. Name names.
I won't name it.
But you definitely for a fact that they did. Gee, did you get any action in there?
No action.
You and Jaden?
Me and Jaden. Bro, you know what's funny? I didn't even get like horny at all because you're on an island. You're not eating, bro. Like,
you have no nutrients in your body to do anything.
Exactly. You're physically fucked, man. Like you're not sleeping. You're sleeping on the sand. There's like crabs and shit crawling on you. I got like 1 or 2 erection smacks during the time I was there. 2 months.
Did you even do anything about it or not? You just kind of...
I was actually thinking about it.
Yeah.
I was like, it may as well, like for no reason. But I didn't wank. So I no fap for 2 months. And then I remember having my first wank when I got back. It's like the first thing I did just for the lols. I came so much everywhere. And I was like, wow, this is what happens when you don't come for that long. But yeah.
Sure, the listeners are very happy to hear that. I'm glad you enjoyed. Personally, I'm glad you enjoyed.
You guys brought me on. I want to make sure I'm giving you, the open everything.
Exactly. I know we touched on it earlier, but just to confirm, do the producers fabricate your backstory or your personality even just a little bit to make you more interesting?
Not fabricate. I mean, during the casting, they told me that a lot of people come on these shows and they think they should be a certain character and be pushed, be more whatever funny in their minds.
Yeah.
But the nature of Survivor is that you're physically fucked, man. So even if you wanted to play a character, bro, you lost day 1. Yeah. Day 2, you're sick of it, bro. No part of you cares about the show.
Yeah.
The cast members on Survivor, bro, 90% of the time, we weren't talking about the show. We just missed home. We talked about food. We love eating. Like, I think that's the beauty of Survivor and why people love it because it's a very real show. But yeah, they cast you for a reason. Like they don't cast everyone. And it's more, I don't think they cast you for your personality. I think they cast you for the clashes that could occur with other people.
Yeah, that's what makes it interesting.
Yeah.
The drama, the everything.
That's my theory on how they cast. Yeah, it's more, they have puzzles already. They have a story they want to craft and they need a person who's like this paired with a person like this. And every season there's a new sort of type of drama that they're manufacturing. So they've picked you for a reason.
Yeah, right. On that casting then, another one we have is, do the shows purposely not cast like Asian people and brown people, you reckon? Or...
Because you look at like a Love Island, you look at a maths.
Like a Bachelor.
95% are white.
Yeah.
I think so. 100%. I mean, look, if I was in China, making a reality TV for China, do you think they want to see a bunch of white people?
That's true, but if you look at Australia, it's quite multicultural. Like we have, like there's a decent amount of Asian people, brown people, but when you look at TV, there's such small representation.
That's why they get one.
So you get one token like yourself, like you said.
I reckon they split it perfectly for the population that watches TV. White people watch TV.
You reckon we don't watch TV?
Some of us watch TV. Ethnics, I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say we don't really watch
we
reality
don't fucking
TV.
go home at 7 o'clock to watch maths.
Nah, you're right.
That's white people watch TV. So
That's
of course
true.
they're going to cast white people.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Was there any other ethnics on your season?
I mean, Ferris one, who's like represents Arabs. I
He was
guess.
Arab, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's at the end of the day, it's like a white country in a way.
Yeah.
In my opinion, like TV and stuff, news. It's like they push diversity. Like, look, we got 2 Asians.
Yeah.
He's from Burwood in Chinatown.
With a
it's like-
sushi shirt.
Yeah, exactly. So
But
it's
like they force it rather than being natural, you know. This is
Exactly.
Winner from Sydney, blah 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 blah.
Exactly.
Instead, it's this is this nerdy Asian guy from Burwood.
yeah, it's a business. Like if the whole cast of the next season of Survivor is all Asian, I guarantee you there's
No one's
less
watching.
viewers.
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Another one we had was producers will ask you like reshoot a scene or reshoot something or do a different reaction to something just so it's better TV. Is that true or false?
It was definitely true. I kept taking the mick at the show, like just because of me and Jaden were just laughing. So, for example, when it became merge and they were naming the tribe, a producer said, "Winner, can you just ask everyone what should we name the tribe?" And I was just like, "Sure." And I went back to them, and go, "Hey guys, like, what should we name the tribe?"
Did they use that?
the producers were like, "Winner, stop. Can you do it again properly?" I was like, "Okay." Hey guys, what should we name tribe? Like, it was there.
Oh, really? They didn't. So you were taking the piss, and they're like, "No, like
I
do
took
it."
the piss so many times. Like, say the host JLP,
Yeah.
he would do this thing where if you're at tribal council, which is the voting,
Where they
moment,
vote people off. Yeah.
if you do anything, like if you like go, oh shit, he'll instantly be like, "Winner, like, why are you sighing? What's going on? What's going through your mind?" So through the whole show, me and Jaden would just be chilling, and anyone doing anything would be like, "So Nathan, why are you cooking rice?" The whole time. Yeah. And then there was like a scene, like, because me and
that would have been annoying after a while.
yeah, it was so annoying for the producers. So yeah, to refilm
Like,
that.
guys, just fucking behave.
Yeah, so it was a funny one. Me and Jaden and I, because we were both like casted to go on,
Yeah.
we just didn't really give a fuck about the game.
Yeah. Why would you?
Yeah, and during the voting moments, when it was supposed to be stressful, it was like, who do we vote for? Jaden and I would be sitting there going like, would you rather eat ice cream that tastes like dick or eat a dick that tastes like ice cream? Jaden would be like, and it would go for hours. And the producers are waiting to get like a saucy moment.
Yeah.
And they would put the camera down and be like, Jaden and Winner, like we need to film a show here. Like you need to talk about the game. And then we'd have to like redo it.
That's so funny. Did anyone ever like get annoyed at you guys or like tell you off, or were you ever punished in any way, or like nah? There's like
I got 2 strikes. So if you get 3 strikes, you get voted off. You get sent home. I got 2 strikes. So my strikes, I don't know if they mind me saying this. Fuck it. So when I was really hungry, so on Survivor, you get given rations. You get given rice and beans. That's all you get. No seasoning, nothing.
Yeah.
And when you win a challenge, sometimes there's rewards, such as a Mexican feast, which I won. And when I was at the Mexican feast thing, I was eating, and there was like decor, and there was like garlic hanging. I was thinking, fuck, that garlic would be hectic in the rice when we cook it. So I was like grabbing shit. I was grabbing chilies, like decor, and people caught up, put it in my pockets, and I'd take it back and I'd start cooking like fried rice and shit with the thing. And then the producers noticed, like, why is there garlic coming out from the rice? And then they saw that, oh, Winner's got like a bunch of garlic from the Mexican feast.
Oh.
Gave me a strike then for stealing the core, and I was like, whatever. And then
Was the strike on the show, or was it just off
off
camera?
the show, off camera.
Oh wow.
Yeah, off camera strike. 3 strikes and you get sent home. And then this is my second strike was when it was raining. We didn't eat for 4 days, and it was raining and storming. So Samoa is a tropical island.
Yeah.
It's fucking like horrible. It was storming, so we couldn't start a fire, couldn't eat.
Yep.
So when the moisture gets into the bark, you can't start fires.
Yeah.
So there was this like producer with like insect repellent. So I grabbed the insect repellent and I stole it.
Yeah.
And anytime I was starting a fire, I would just bring it out and I'd spray it and it would just go.
Oh, like deodorant, and you just like
Flamethrower
like a
type vibe.
Yeah. And I got called for doing that. It's like, Winner, you can't be flame throwing on the show. I got my second strike. Yeah.
So if you get 3 strikes, they boot you off. Do they have to create some sort of narrative?
Yeah. How do they do it on the show?
But truly they go and just send you home, and then all of a sudden you're on episode 9, but you're not on episode 10.
Yeah, supposedly. One of my good friends, I won't say who, but he nearly slapped the cameraman.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he just got in beef for no reason, and he got a strike as well. So there's a lot of drama that happens behind the scenes. But someone got voted off not voted off. He wanted to go home on my season. He wanted to quit.
Yeah.
And it's actually the reason I went home. I won't get into it, but basically he wanted to quit the show and he was like crying, saying, I miss my family. Like this show's really rough on my mental health. And he was trying to get people to vote for him. He was saying, can we just organically make it look like, because the producers didn't want to send him home. They were just like toughen up sort of thing.
Yeah, right.
And then he was manipulating the show. And I ran to the producers and said straight up, bro, like, I don't give a fuck if you want to go home, but don't manipulate the game who we're all trying to win.
Correct.
Telling the director he's influencing gameplay for his personal fucking reason, wants to go home.
Yeah.
And then, so he went home and they made it an open thing. The host said, he wants to go home, we'll send him home.
Okay.
And then no voting happened.
Yeah.
And that was the night I had immunity, which is when I get safe from votes. And on top of him leaving, he went and told my plans to everyone. And then the next night, I had people who realized that Winna wasn't on their side.
Yeah.
And that's why I got sent home.
What a dog, bro. Keep your mouth shut. If you're going home, bro, keep it shut.
Literally.
What a narc, man.
Legit. And it was worse because I had the necklace and no voting occurred. So I asked the host, do I get to keep this?
Surely you get to keep it again.
Thank you. And Jonathan goes, yes, you do, Winna. I was like, oh, fucking oath. And I wake up, producer said, Winna, sorry, bro. Like, we're doing a continuity thing with the show. Like, we're taking your thing off. And I went home that night.
That's bullshit.
Dog, bro. That guy's a dog, man.
But also, that's such, like, the guy left. Surely that doesn't count as a voting round. You get to keep it.
Right?
That makes no sense.
That makes no sense. Some people like caught on, like some Survivor people like have been commenting or messaging me saying that you got stitched up, bro, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's like fucking, whatever.
Dude, I'm angry for you. So wait, do the producers do that often where they come and be like, oh, can you say this? You know how they were saying, oh, they told you to say, oh, hey guys, what should we name the new tribe or whatever? Like, is that happening often?
Yeah, it does happen. It does happen. Not too often, but it's more like for Survivor at least, it's more light. For example, Fuckboy Island, my friend was full scripted some scenes.
Really?
Yeah, like, can you please go and say this to everyone and make a fool of yourself? And they just do it. Other shows are way more scripted.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Fuckboy, what else happens on there? Like, any other good stories from there or?
From Fuckboy Island?
Yeah, that you've heard of or?
Well, they psychologically fuck you as well. So before any voting or any meaty scenes, they lock you in a room for like 3-4 hours. Yeah. And
seriously?
Yeah, even on Survivor, like there'd be, I reckon 6 hours of the day, I'm blindfolded on a bus. I am waiting, mic'd up in like a cubicle, or I am just like waiting for safety stuff, and they just make sure you're just like drained, man, and stressed. Yeah.
And I assume you're isolated, like you're alone all those times, right? So you're not really talking to anyone. That would fuck with your head, man.
It was so exhausting, man. Sometimes we'd film stuff like holding a torch and running through the forest, and you'd redo it like 5 times. And I was so exhausted, I would be like falling over how sleepy I was, man. Yeah.
Dude, this sounds cooked, man.
Yeah.
Looking back, would you do it again?
Yeah, I'll do it again. I reckon it was the most fucked up experience of my life, like psychologically and physically. But like, when in your life are you going to be sent to an island, living in the wilderness, like proper man versus wild, and you can't speak to your loved ones?
Yeah.
Completely detox from technology and society.
Yeah.
Bro, when I came home, I had such a present feeling about me. Like I was so present and so happy. I remember even though I lost, I came home, I walked to a shopping center, and I was just like, didn't even want to use my phone, didn't know how to use it. I was looking at an escalator and I was like, fuck, man, like humans like made this to go upstairs.
Bro got existential.
Yeah. Full hippie. Like,
would you do Survivor again or maybe another show?
I'd do Survivor again.
Yeah, okay.
I reckon have a solid crack at it. Like I feel like, even though I don't watch it, I feel like I truly understood the game. And like relationship building is like a
massive,
personal thing of mine as well. Like I back myself with stuff like that. Because I worked in sales.
Yeah.
And that was like my pitch to get on. I was like, fuck, life is sales, bro. And I reckon I can fucking win this game.
Because with Survivor, there was the challenges and then there was like the personal game part of it where like you were trying to make connections and like build your like, I guess, network or whatever.
I'd say Survivor's 90% personal.
Yeah.
The challenges is whatever. Like, yeah, physical, you win some challenges, but half the time it's like luck as well, winning those challenges. And yeah, it's just a personal game. It's like a test. You are put on an island with people from all walks of life, all ethnicities, all careers, and you all want to win money, and there's no rules. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's honestly, it's like a simulation of real life, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I admire. So I respect anyone who follows Survivor because it's a high IQ show to
Yeah,
follow.
okay.
Yeah. I'd go again.
We got a couple quick last ones just to go through. So was it true that you weren't given any like personal hygiene items like no toothbrush, etc., or do you get given anything?
Only toilet paper.
That's it.
That's it. You
Fuck
wouldn't
it.
brush your teeth, bro. Wouldn't brush your teeth. And there was no mirrors. I came home and I saw like my moustache and shit and like my pores, bro. I had the worst pimples and shit. And we couldn't smell it, but the crew tells us that over the show, you all smell like shit.
You'd expect that.
Yeah, I was going to
Yeah.
say.
Did you shit on the show?
I didn't shit for like 21 days.
Huh?
What?
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, you're not eating, so what are you exactly
But
shitting?
even still, bro.
I made a video about it on my TikTok, but basically I didn't shit, bro. And like 5 days in, I asked the crew, because there's doctors on standby, and I'm like, guys, like, I haven't shit. And they're like, oh, it's just your gut biome's not used to this new environment, new bacteria in the rice and seawater, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, cool. It's 7 days, 9 days. I'm asking everyone, like, have you shat? Everyone's shat. Everyone's taking a shit. Or I go to 14 days and I go to the doctor saying, please, can I have a laxative?
Yeah.
And they're like, nah, you're sweet. Trust me, you'll shit soon. I got to 21 days. I was so hungry and I was looking for anything. I was chasing crabs and shit. And I went and found this coconut. Like, oh, fucking earth, I'll eat the coconut. I crack it open and I scull the whole thing. And I look into the coconut and there's hundreds of maggots.
Oh.
There's hundreds of little wiggly maggots.
Oh, no.
And in like 2 hours, I went to take a dump and it was just tap water, bro.
Chat.
Straight like tap. I'd breathe. I just tap it all.
Oh, that's
And I
grotty,
shut
man.
it all out.
That's fucked.
Yep.
That's fucked.
I was known as the guy that would just ask every day, have you shat?
This guy's got a weird obsession with my bowel movements. man.
yeah, legit. Yeah, so it was fucked. It was physically really weird, man. When you're in the wild like that
Yeah.
and you're eating like, because we cooked the rice in seawater for some minerals. Yeah, it was really weird. Yeah, fully living in nature like that.
Last one.
Yeah.
So is it true that eliminated contestants, you would know who the winner is before the show goes to air? Is it possible that people out there could have bet on like on sports bet, they could bet on who the winner is?
Yeah, the people out there, not anyone we
I
know
won't
or
say
anything.
I tried to do this, but I definitely investigated into it. And interestingly, the odds of the winner changed very quickly after I came out.
Right.
So it could be the producers, it could be the cast members. Who knows? I think the word spreads quickly,
Yeah.
and it was sort of capped to a minimum bet that's kept. The maximum bet kept getting smaller. I'll just put it that way.
Yeah.
So you think like maybe Sportsbet clocked on that there are
People
probably
who-
insiders betting on this. Let's
I think so.
cap it a little.
I think there's just a certain pool of money. I don't know how the money allocation works, but it was definitely a capped amount. And even if you knew the truth, it was very obvious by the bet, the odds, who won.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's basically you can't bet on it.
You can't really.
You
yeah.
can try, but they're across it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're
Wow.
across it.
Learned a
I
lot.
feel like I've learned a lot about reality TV.
Do you want to go on
just
Survivor now, Senny?
Maybe not Survivor, but I'll have a crack at
I feel like you guys would be all right.
Survivor.
Good. Yeah.
My
Well-
bare hands, bro. I'm useless.
You guys are smart boys.
Yeah. Just,
Smart up here in like, nerd
Yeah.
shit,
yeah.
but
Book
not.
smart, but not like the street smart. I don't know.
Yeah, it's more a relationship.
Because what are some things you had to do? Relationship building as well. I'm a bit poor at that.
You reckon? Mate, you in marketing, you work with fucking rich.
But I don't think I'm good enough to be able to manipulate, not manipulate, but like work relationships to now be in my favor for
Yeah,
voting,
like
for
really.
example.
Yeah, I see. It's all.
I think I'd be that guy that makes friendships and then just gets done dirty by someone.
Yeah,
Like
you
naive, like that sort of guy.
Yeah, they'll probably make you do the puzzles. They'll be like, "Oh, these are smart."
Yeah,
Get
the
them to do
nerds,
puzzles.
Bro's got glasses. Let's make him do the
Yeah,
puzzles.
These are
Yeah.
puzzle boys. Yeah.
But no, thanks for that, winner. That was very insightful.
That's okay. That's okay. Hope they don't get in trouble for breaching my contracts and stuff, saying everything I want.
Maybe read them after this.
If this episode never comes out, you know what happens.
Yes.
Alrighty, that brings us to the end of, I got to say, a very fun episode. Massive thank you to Winner for coming on. I hope you've enjoyed. Where can the listeners find you? Look down the camera and plug whatever you want to plug, mate.
I mean, you can follow my TikTok, Prince Poo Poo, for
Still
peak,
can't believe that.
peak brain rot or racism content. And what else do I plug? My viral course.
Yes.
No, I don't actually need that many leads on, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah, but explosively viral. I'm actually going to share free tips on it, to be honest. Like, I'm very passionate about making videos. I've tried my best to give these guys some tips of what I know. And I think viral content, I've truly worked it out. Follow Explosively Viral. There's no content there. Explosively Viral with Winner. And I swear to God, if you listen to shit I tell you, you will get 1 million views in like a month. And I'm very passionate about it. So if you want free value, go there. And yeah, had a lot of fun. Thank you guys very much.
All good, brother.
Thanks for coming on.
These boys, I think they've been doing it for 5 years, which they haven't told their followers. But I honestly respect it so much. Any creator who's been grinding behind the scenes and being true to themselves, authentic, like they've been doing this for 5 fucking years, bro. Just a few boys, besties in high school. Like I respect that so much. You never stopped. And I think there's going to be big things happening for this podcast. So to all you follow this podcast, fucking run up the likes, fucking follow, leave some comments, drive the engagement. Jesus.
Wow.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Powerful message, man. I'm moved.
No, seriously, respect to them. And I'm sure they already relate to it, bro. I know people who have said, oh, I follow that podcast. They love your shit. And it's like, you guys are real. And these are the next sidemen. Next sidemen right here. Top bins.
Crazy.
Crazy. Nah, appreciate you having on, brother. And we'll catch you guys next week.